For more than 30 years, Louise Harris has owned Last Research and Editing, and for nearly 10 years, owned Christian Marketing Experts. She has helped numerous clients in writing, editing, and marketing manuscripts and content. In addition, she has published 4 novels, 1 book on addiction, a children's book, and ghostwrote 2 cookbooks and a thriller.
Hello, I'm Louise Harris from Last Research and Editing and Christian Marketing Experts. And this week on The Last Word, we're going to be talking about finding opportunities wherever you are. So let's get started. This weekend, my husband's high school was having his 40th high school reunion, along with other classes, but his class was noted because it was 40th. So we went up to Hyattsville, Maryland to attend the reunion. Before we left, I was thinking I'm going to meet a lot of people who are professionals, who are friends of my husband, who are going to ask me what I do for a living. And what a perfect opportunity, not only to tell them what I do for a living, but also to hand out my information. So I brought along some postcards of the things that I do for a living. At the reunion, we didn't get there in time for me to actually do that. We had to wait in a very, very, very long line for a rental car. This was after we had paid online, so this was just picking up the car. It was very long, and we missed 2 hours of the reunion. So we didn't get to see as many people as we were hoping to see. So I didn't actually, although several people did ask me what I did for a living, I didn't really get a chance to hand out my postcard. But I have them in my purse, and I just said, okay, it didn't work. It was a plan, but it didn't work, but they were in my purse. So then we're flying back home, and we've landed in Tampa. And the woman sitting next to me and I were getting into a conversation about how clients don't always listen to the experts. They hire experts, and then they don't listen to the experts. And in her case, she's an interior designer. And I noticed that she was drawing on plans, and I asked her if she was an architect, because I've been working on this architect book. But my second guess was that she was also in interior design. So she was telling me all about the project. And again, the client wasn't listening to her. The client wanted to put a table in front of an exit door, and you can't do that. That goes against fire rules. But client's not listening to her. And then I was telling her about a client that I had that thinks a social media post has to be 5 paragraphs long, and that an article is all even longer for the article. And I told her, in my expert opinion, that is not the case, because I know that people want things short. That's why the shorts on YouTube work well, and I know I don't do that. It's a skill thing, not a I don't know how to, I don't want to do it. It's a skill thing. And then people, that's why Twitter, when it launched, was a success, because it was 140 characters. That's all people want, was a headline, and then they're done. People do not want to read 5 paragraphs in a social media post on Facebook or on LinkedIn. They don't want to do it. But she wouldn't listen to me. So I'm telling this lady about that. And she asked me what I do, and I handed her my postcard. And she said to me, as an interior designer, I don't always, I don't know how to market myself. And so that could turn into a new client that I met on the plane. And so my point is, you never know when an opportunity is going to sit next to you on a plane, meet you in a bank, because I've actually had that happen too. Someone asked for a blogger and I didn't have a card at the time. And, or, grocery store. I've actually had that happen as well. So an opportunity can meet you anywhere you are, and you need to be ready with materials to say who you are and what to do. And I thank you for watching. If you subscribed, hooray! You're helping me grow. If you're not subscribed, take a moment and think about subscribing. It does actually help. And if you are a business owner who wants to help other people, subscribing can help me. Also, you could visit my websites, lastresearchandediting.com, christianmarketingexperts.com, amazon.com/author/Louise Harris, and buy some books. And as always, don't worry, be happy.